Going on out here chilling right now. I know how my hair looks. It look like I got short hair, but it's braids. It's just the way it was done. It looks, I'm on that Jim Jones-ish right now, but, I feel like I pull it off. But anyway, so yesterday I talked about, retention and my opinion on it in today's time. And today I'm going to talk about spirituality and my opinion on it because, I think it's pretty big at this point. Like, I feel like most people could say they're spiritual now, or they probably have watched something on it, like with TikTok being so popular and, YouTube. And then when 2020 was happening, a lot of people had time and we were all locked down basically. So people were probably looking things up and getting into the rabbit hole of things. And, I most definitely was in that rabbit hole, and I was making all type of videos. And, I just want to give my opinion on spirituality. Because it's like, let me turn the wipers off. I don't know, spirituality, I feel like it could be defined in many different ways. Like, some people might think that religion is spirituality. I've heard it from certain people. They'll be like, yeah, it is spirituality because, spiritual and this. And some people have arguments that people like spirituality because it's not as restricted as religion, because religion, you're kind of following these set rules and things like that, versus spirituality, you're not really obligated to do anything, but you get information. You're like, all right. And it kind of sounds the same, like, all right, God, the universe, like, it's like you're kind of just saying it in a different way almost. And with certain textbooks, religious textbooks, it's like there are truths in it. So it's like, okay, like, this person believes this person believes this, but it kind of sounds the same. Like, it's like you're saying the same thing. It's just maybe different characters sometimes, but all right. So I'm gonna get into spirituality and my opinion on it. And I'm probably talking about this because, I made a video in 2020. I was in Boston. I got into a car crash the week before, and I was just like, screw it. And I was kind of speaking my mind in the video, and I have some clips on my IG about it. And I was talking about how one of the clips I was talking about something about spirituality and how it's trendy, and don't be trendy with it, whatever. Because I'll be real, during that time, a lot of people was and even now, there's still people making videos with the title, Chosen Ones, and this, that, and the third, and I have a video on my channel where I talk about the 144,000 theory, which is just some theory that I didn't come up with it, but I've heard it, and I'm like, all right, this kind of makes sense. But, I don't know, spirituality, when it comes to YouTube, I guess, and the internet, I feel like it's a good way to open your mind to different things, have them, there's more to life and just nature and energy. There are truths to this, how I made the video on retention, how you're retaining your energy, and the chakras, stuff like that, kundalini, these types of words you could look up and you see about it. And I think that this is all true. This is not new at all. Some people might say it's new age spirituality, but none of this is new. They've been doing this for forever. It's just, I think there's a YouTube aspect of it where it became trendy for a little while, to just kind of talk about a bunch of stuff chemtrails, things going on, and staying woke and all that crap. But I don't know, I caught myself getting on that, and then I was like, I don't want to fall too deep in it because that shit could make you go crazy for real. Just an information overload, you begin to really kind of lose yourself. I don't think that's good. Like, I think it's good to be grounded. Like, you can believe things and have opinions, but like, you know, you don't want to like have information overload to the point where you're that guy walking around with a sign and stuff, like trying to save people and all this stuff, you know what I mean? But like, yeah, I just can speak from experience because I've been there. I've been at that point where I feel like, damn, I gotta tell people about this and all that. But then I look back at some of these stuff I'm watching, I'm like, what the hell? Like, this is crazy. Like, there's some truth to it for sure. Like, there's some things like, okay, I felt that. Like, there is some truth to it for sure. It's just, I'm not going to base my life on these like philosophies that all these different people have. But there's some things I'm like, all right, yeah, like no faps, I think that's good. Like, that's good. You know, that's a good like natural type of thing. There's definitely cultures like, you know, the Asian cultures, they've been on that, like, you know, the monks, stuff like that. There's other ways of saying it, but same concept. But I just don't like the trendy aspect of it, you know, just as far as, I don't know, certain keywords like the chosen ones and things like that. And, I don't know, there's synchronicity, right? I actually read a book on synchronicity while I was where I was. Go watch my video called The Truth About Where I've Been to find out where I was. But the book popped up, right? And the guy who made the book was from Mass, which is where I'm from. And like specifically in the area where I used to work at. And I read the book, and that's definitely synchronicity. That's the universe for sure. Like, I believe in stuff like that. I believe in God. I believe in the universe, all that. Like, it's just, there are some little things. Like, some people will talk about numbers, like, all right, repeating numbers and things like that. And there are truths to this for sure, but it's just like everyone is different. Like, some people might not ever really see that stuff. You know, I think it's really just some people, because I don't know, there's really two sides. Like, if we're gonna simplify it, like the red pill, I guess, and the blue pill. And when I say that, I'm not talking about like the red pill with the men and women shit that's going on, where people are red pill raging. But if we're going off the Matrix movie, you know, the red pill, you can't go back to your regular life once you know this information. And the blue pill, you just stay comfortable, unaware, you're happy, like, type shit. And, you know, that's some spiritual, that's like some trendy stuff in itself too, because everyone talks about that. And then a lot of people be on that woke shit and the veganism and all this stuff. It's just, I don't know. I was definitely on that at one point because I felt like, yo, this is like, yo, we're being lied to for sure. Like, there's no doubt about it. But it's like, we all know that. I feel like at this point, like, we know it. Like, look at these niggas talking about aliens and all this shit on the news as if we didn't know, or it just be little things. It's just like, okay, like, so what? Like what else is going on? Like, it's just having all this information about all this stuff sometimes is just like, so what? Like, all right, we know. All right, all these numbers, I'm seeing this repeating number. Like, nigga, I still gotta do shit for myself. Like, I'm not about to be out here, oh my God, I see this number, I'm good, I'm set. Like, no, bro, like, and just keep it moving. Like, I see it, like, oh, that's what's up, you know. But before, when I used to see it, I used to be like, oh my God, look over there, you know what I mean? But I just think it could get to people's heads sometimes, you know, and it can affect them negatively as far as mental health. Like, sometimes you will really kind of mentally self-destruct just having too much information. And I just think with this time period in life, it's just, a lot of people have a lot of information, and, you know, it's great because, like, there's a lot of ways people can better their lives, like learn skills and money management and stuff. But I think when you get too far into certain topics, unguided, it's just like you're gonna, I don't know, man. You might go crazy for real. I've been there. Like, it's happened to me. I've had too much information, And, I don't know, it's just only so much you can do with it. Like, you can talk about it all day, but it's like the world's gonna keep spinning, and you still gotta get some money, you still gotta do things. But ultimately, I think spirituality, it's good. Like, for myself, like, do I think I'm spiritual? I don't know, because after just things that have happened, like in the past, specifically what just happened, when you watch that video called The Truth About Rock Band, it's been hard for me to get back into that type of stuff, just because I've seen, like, the reality of things, and just I see life exactly for how it is. And so I'm just kind of like, yeah, I'm like, but I still believe, like, I believe in God, and I believe in different aspects of things, like nature and just the beauty of creation, energy, time. I believe in stuff like that, for real, like stuff like that, but all the other things that you could like go crazy over, like the chemtrails, all that stuff, it's like, I'm not saying it's not there, it's just like when you realize you can't do shit about it, it's just like, why even trip? Like, you might as well just focus on something else, And it's talking about the moon and all this other stuff, like we can do anything. You're not going up there, like, you know what I mean? So, and yeah, and then flat earth, like, I know what I'm talking about, stuff like that, like flat earth theory, all this crap. It's just like, I just see it as we're here, screw it. Like, if someone finds something out later, cool, some evidence, I guess, but like, hey, we're here, we're living, it really don't matter. 9 times out of 10, you gotta work a job and get up the next morning, you got responsibility, like, obviously it's good to have more things to look forward to than just the traditional, typical life of just working and the bullshit. And I think spirituality might provide an escape for people, because it's just like, you learn all this stuff, you learn about astral projection and other types of stuff, and it's just like, oh, okay, this sounds cool, and I'm learning about different dimensions and stuff. It just gives you something else to like think about, I would say. But it's just, for the most part, I don't know, beyond things like just knowing you have a soul and knowing that it's gonna be okay because like we are all on the right path, I guess, or when the energy's right, or everything happens for a reason, like little things like that. Beyond that type of stuff, I just think it could go too far sometimes. People dig too deep into things. Now, when it comes to like food and things like that, it's important. Like, all right, some of the food out here be crazy, like in America, be bullshit compared to other countries, and GMO, all that crap. It's true, but I just think sometimes it could be extreme. Like, let's say people, like a lot of vegans are very like judgmental. Like I just went to a vegan spot with my friend the other day, and some dude came in. He was cool, but like, he was like just talking to us, and he's talking to her, and he's just like, "Are you a meat eater? You a meat eater?" Like what the fuck, nigga? Like, fuck you talking about, bro? Like, so I don't know. It's just stuff like that makes it corny. It's like, I get it. Like, all right, you're eating plant-based. That's what's up. That's good. But why are you judging other people for how they live? Like, not everybody's going to be a vegan. Like, I'm still gonna eat, eat healthy, eat greens when I can, but I'm gonna eat some chicken too. You know what I'm saying? It's just, everyone's different. Like, everyone's different. There's people who you can't predict anything. Like, there's people who eat like crap their whole life, smoke cigarettes, live to be 100 something, and then with them, anything could happen. So that's just where I'm at in life. I'm just like, I don't want to overthink anything, but there are some things that I feel like I know, and there are just some things that I don't know, and it's okay. You know, I could do independent research. I can read books. I can, get on Google, read some articles, stuff like that. But, I'm not going to make myself go crazy over things that aren't going to help me in my everyday world. So that's pretty much how I feel about spirituality. Overall, it's cool for sure. It just depends on what you're on. If you got if you're religious and it works for you, that's what's up. If you're just on some calm meditation type things, that's what's up. If you're vegan and all this, save the planet, that's what's up too. I just hope that you're not falling into that loop-de-loop of watching a bunch of videos and then having a bunch of different information and then thinking this and then putting yourself out there, regurgitating information. That's when it gets bad. I just know because I've done it before, and I look back, I'm damn, I was out there looking crazy, just for some stuff I just learned, you know what I mean? That's not cool. You feel me? But it's okay because over time you'll learn, you'll realize, or you might really believe it and you're doing you. That's cool, but I don't know, just a quick video about how I feel about spirituality. I just use the quotes just because it's a word that could really mean anything these days. But that being said, I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Peace.